You know, this is interesting. This is an interesting position for sure. I could take his bishop and claim I have the bishop pair. I think I might actually do that. I'm just gonna claim I have the bishop pair, and I'm gonna castle queenside. Alright, everyone. Hey, this is another rapid game, 10+0 rapid game on the road to 2300. Gonna do a Caracan here, the first one I've played in a long time. And hey, we got a fantasy variation with F3. These are always very fun to do, very fun to play against, and to play with. I like to play the fantasy Caracan, and I like to play against the fantasy Caracan here. Okay, so I played Queen B6 and this E5 pawn sack line. Wow, that's not, you usually do not want to take. That's very unfantasy like. I'm just gonna go Bishop E6, controlling this diagonal that the light square bishop would want to go to, and I'm going to win this E5 pawn slowly. I'm gonna play probably Knight D7 here. He could play Knight G5 and isolate my E pawn, and make my F pawn an isolated E pawn, but I think that's totally fine. Nothing to worry about. I can probably castle soon if I want to. I expect him to maybe go Bishop D3 and Queen E2 and Bishop E3 and castle queenside himself. Because now this queen controls this diagonal really well. So it's going to be hard for him to castle kingside, as you can see. I don't think I need to rush. It's kind of an interesting question on what do I do. Do I castle now and try to play Knight C5? Do I play Knight E7 now? I think I could play Knight E7 now. I don't see any issue with it. There are some ideas of Knight A7, kind of like, tickling my queen, asking, hey, where are you going? I don't think I need to be too concerned. If Knight A4, probably Queen A5 check, C3, and Knight G6, and I'm going to win back this pawn. The scope for my bishop has opened up again after I move my knight to G6, and I can still castle queenside at any moment, so nothing to be concerned about. I think I have a very pleasant position. B3 is weird. He's going to put his bishop that way. Very weird. Very weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe it's fine. We're not really sure where he's going to castle yet. Yeah, B3, I just don't know how I feel about that move. Oh, that's the idea. He wants to play Bishop D2. Okay. Wait, I have a silly move. Wait, I have a very silly move. Bishop E4 check. If bishop blocked, then I have the move Queen E3 because the bishop is pinned to the king. But if bishop E4 check C3 and both my bishop and my queen are hanging, that's probably not what I want to do. Queen C7 seems fine. Queen A5 check, bishop D2, I just helped him develop. So I feel like Queen C7 is fine. Did I really mess up? I might have messed up by allowing him to play Knight A4. So maybe B3 was a really good move by him. Maybe I'm the one that's kind of dumb. I'm not sure though. Let's just take. No reason not to take. Although maybe there was reason not to take, the more I think about it. If I take back with a knight, I put myself in a pin. So probably a take. I'm going to take with the queen. And a bishop F4 check. I have this move queen. Okay, he doesn't actually do that. This is interesting. This is an interesting position for sure. I could take his bishop and claim I have the bishop pair. I think I might actually do that. I'm just going to claim I have the bishop pair. And I'm going to castle queenside. Let's just castle queenside here. Knight E5, not sure if that's a threat or not. He has bishop takes. He doesn't want me to... Yeah, Queen E3 was a good move, by the way. Attacking A7. Good move by him. Very good move. I really want to play the move F6. I'm controlling E5. Which makes a lot of sense here. B5, I don't like this knight. It's up in my grill, but I don't think it's a huge issue at this point. If I play bishop d6, he'll play e5. I could take, and if he takes, I can take. He takes, I take. It's fine. Bishop d6, rook d3, knight e5. This looks fine. I think I'm gonna play it. Look at how my two pawn islands here like really restrict the knights. It's kind of cool looking actually. This pawn structure is really cool actually. He has this isolated e pawn, which could be a weakness. Right now I cannot exploit his weakness. I cannot exploit this weakness as of yet, but still something to consider for sure. If he did push e5 right now, he would be sacrificing a pawn, but giving me an isolated e pawn. That's kind of an interesting thought. Definitely a very interesting thought. One thing I am proud of, I am moving relatively quickly in this position, so I'm very happy here. Yeah, let's play knight e5. No reason not to play it. I'm attacking his bishop. He could double up. For sure. That doesn't seem that bad. Okay, I probably want to take with the bishop here. And yeah, I probably have to take, right? Do I have to take? I really don't want to take, but I think I have to take. If he takes with the rook, he gets back rank checkmated actually, which is kind of wild. Maybe I should have taken the rook on d3 immediately to try to see if he would fall for it, but maybe he wouldn't have. Bishop g4 kind of comes to mind. Just saying, hey, where are you putting your rook? I kind of like this move, actually. He has no real... He has queen d6 check, actually, which looks mildly annoying. And after takes, rook here, rook here. I can play the move b6. Probably don't want to do that. If after rook e6, oh, rook e6 is covered. Oh yes, that square is covered. Yeah, bishop g4 doesn't look that bad. King c7 also doesn't look that bad though. Like, what is he gonna do? His knight on the rim actually is pretty dim. Like, his knight on the rim isn't actually that good. I like this move. I hope he plays queen d6. I think I actually have a pretty decent position actually. So I'd be very happy if he played queen d6, which honestly it kind of looks somewhat appealing for white. The move queen d6 check, because then his rook is able to stay on the d file, except king c7 and your rook goes back, and you know, this pawn on e4 is a huge weakness. It's not very easy to defend. Yeah, not so easy at all, to be honest. And I can also gain the open file with tempo if he ever leaves a d file, because there's back rank checkmate issues potentially. So yeah, this is definitely a good moment for him to think, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Let's just go here. I have a very pleasant position now. Okay, a decent idea by him. Yeah, this is a good idea by him, for sure. I kind of want to play rook d8 here. Rook d8. He could play c3 even, maybe. He could, yeah, he could. I kind of want to move fast just because I know I'm going to flag. He's threatening e5, discovered attack on my bishop. So I feel like I'm just going to take. And after knight c5, king back to c7, I should be fine. But maybe he's happy with his position. Like I said, c3 would be a very patient move by him. Probably a good move too. which is an issue for me. If c3, I might play b6. And now his knight doesn't have any great squares to go to. So I think I'm probably happy after c3, b6. At least the position should be balanced. I shouldn't be unhappy at the very least, for sure. Okay, he ends up taking, not playing c3. So he does have this long-term weakness, which I should be able to use to my advantage here. Knight d3, what's the idea? What's the idea? It also covers this move. Knight c4. No threats, no threats. Should be able to just go king here. Knight d3 would also cover this e5 square and the c5 square. Yeah, good move overall by him. I can't prevent the knight from getting to d3. King here. Let's see, 4 checking here. Yeah, I like king d6 and not king e6 because I also have the option of stepping in. c3 could be a move. Yeah, good moves by him. Knight d3. b5, knight d6. Yeah, this is very interesting, actually. I'm not sure the best way to proceed. I feel like king e5 should be fine. King e3. Here, check. Here. Here. It's kind of unpleasant, actually. Yeah, this actually isn't super pleasant. I thought I had better chances than I actually did. He's going to actually trade off his pawn. So b5, king e3, c5. So maybe c5 to begin with. King e3 here. So here, knight c4 check. Okay, I need a move. I thought for a minute and 42 seconds on that move. That was not good. Basically, my idea is I'm trying to stop his king from moving forward. Maybe that's a really dumb plan. I don't know. But that's kind of my idea. Knight c4 check is definitely possible. I think I'm going to play this move. Yeah, b5. It seems pretty reasonable. Really, I just want to stop him from moving forward, which may not be the best plan. That seems so weird. That is such a weird move by him. Bishop d3. His knight has no moves. His knight has no moves if he does that. Oh, but the idea is king. Yeah, here king d4. That's his idea. A smart idea for sure. Just go bishop back. Oh my gosh, I have so little time. My time is very low. He's never going to take my pawn. I have to keep my king here. He has to keep his king there. Okay, let's just go here. Knight d1 is a move. I should have gone bishop b3 maybe. Okay, we're just going to go here. Okay. Nothing is hanging. I think I'm doing okay here. can't push this pawn. Okay, probably doing totally fine here. Just got to be careful not to get zugzwanged. Which I might actually. Takes. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Well, that's okay. I know I deserve to lose, you know. He's within the square. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely losing for me. Yeah, I'm just too slow. I'm just too slow at this. Just in general, I'm not very good. So okay, enough self-loathing. Let's see. So I thought I'd played pretty well. For the most part, I thought, yeah. So taking on e5 was good. Taking the bishop was bad though. Bishop, just developing my pieces was better. Interesting. So, but why is taking the bishop bad though? So after bishop takes, c takes. So that's the idea. He has these two strong center pawns, but by taking with the queen, it's not nearly as good. Here, bishop b5 was better move for me. Then after knight c3, bishop c5. And knight d4, knight d4, knight d4. Knight f6, hit c2, and he's definitely on the defensive here. Okay, interesting, very interesting. So b5 was a good move, but I didn't play it out of principle. And I thought I played a very nice, like game, improving my pieces. I thought I did a good job of that. Once again, c takes was better. C takes was better, and white has a good position, or equal position. And okay, king f7. I thought I was doing pretty good here. I thought only I had an advantage. But, okay, I had to play bishop here because if king here, now bishop g6, and it's impossible to defend. I had to not move my king, move my bishop. And, yeah, I failed to do that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, definitely a lot to learn from this game for sure. I really messed it up, and here I'm just playing so defensively, and he just improves. He improves his knight to the maximum, and yeah, I really screwed the pooch on this one. Should have not even touched the pawns. That makes sense. Don't touch the pawns, and just try to defend, but. I'm not gonna be too on myself. When I have 37 seconds, it's not the easiest to defend a position like this. But hey, that's the game. So okay, cool. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.